Welcome. My name's Ken Gwines. I'm the Senior Developer for the Trade Analyzer. In today's presentation, we're going to discuss copying and pasting your raw trade data directly from your Ninja Control Center into the analyzer. You can imagine how much time you might be spending trying to manually input all your trade data for the day, especially if you're a frequent trader and getting 30 or 40 trades a day. But we've made it simple by using the analyzer and a direct copy paste from your platform into the analyzer, and a push of a couple of hot buttons, you'll have your results in a matter of a couple of minutes. So for today's presentation, we're going to use the Ninja Level 1 Analyzer. The process of copying and pasting into the Level 1 is the exact same as pasting into a Level 2. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the symbol table. There's over 6,000 symbols in this for all your futures, currencies, commodities, as well as all your stocks that you may be trading. So simply, let's just assume we use the 6E instrument. Well, you're certainly not going to be paying $4 per side commission on it. As you can imagine, every trader has different count balance as well as frequency of trading. You may only be paying like $2.43 when you take your statement and you actually calculate your commission plus your exchange fees and any other fees. You may only be paying $2.43 for a 6E per side. In the ES, you certainly won't be paying $3.50. You may only be paying $2.40. Same thing like with the NQ. So you just make these changes so it will automatically look at the amount of contracts and calculate your commissions for you and summarize it for the day. Once you've made your changes to the symbol table, just move over now to your template. Okay? In doing so, you don't want to put any raw data in your actual template. That is holding your macros as well as other code that you don't want to interrupt with. So the first thing you do is you go in and you select Move or Copy, create a copy, and then select OK. In this case, I'm going to go in here, we're going to rename this January. I already have selected and renamed a February template where we're actually going to put all our trade data. Once you've done that, the only other thing you might want to do is go in there and determine at the beginning of the month what your account size was, so it will accurately calculate your percent return on your account balance. So for the month of February, I actually had a $32,600 account balance. So I would put 32.6 there. Once I've done that, I am now ready to copy and paste my trade data directly into the analyzer. So with your Ninja platform open, bring up your control center. You want to go to Account Performance. You want to go to Mode, select Currency. You want to go to Orders on the Orders tab. Now you just select the date that you want to post your data from. For today's date, we're going to use February 23rd. Okay? then just hit your generate. It will now generate all your trades for the day. Now go into the body, right click, and open the grid and ask it to export to Excel. You're now going to get an Excel CSV file. Just save this file. Now what I've done and found is I've created a Ninja Trades folder directly on my desktop, and inside that folder I've made subfolders of each month so I can organize all my trade data and find it very quickly. Okay, so just by opening up my folder with the 23rd, I'm now going to have my 23rd's trades open. Simply go in and highlight just the cells of data that you have for that day. Make sure you scroll over and get all of your data. Now use Control-C to copy it and open up your analyzer. Go to the end of day trades, make sure A7 is highlighted, and just use Control-V to paste them. You've now got all your trade data copy and pasted into the analyzer. The first thing I want to look at, and the only time you need to look at it, because once you've done it, you've pretty well got it set up to where you don't have to change anymore. But I like to look at my day and my timestamp and find out if in fact it is reporting in my time zone. If it's not reporting in my time zone, then I determine what my time zone is, and I just put it in here. I'm in Central Time Zone, so I use a -5 here. It will now subtract the 5 hours and give you the proper time of your trade in your local time zone. Once you've done that, you won't have to touch it again. Now just post to the month sheet. Just use this macro. It's going to tell you it's got February data in it. So I want to go up and post it to my February monthly sheet. Give it a few minutes and let the macro do its work. And it's now going to have in the February sheet all my criteria for that day's trading. If you'll notice, it gives you the date of the trade, the symbol, your account of course, whether it was a long or a short, how many quantities you filled price you got it at, the exit price you got it at, as well as the time of the trade and the exit of the trade. It's also gone over and calculated your profit and loss for that specific trade. And based on what criteria you put into the symbol table, it has now used that formula to multiply times your filled quantity. Could be stocks. It'll multiply times the filled quantity of your stocks. And it's also told you it's a long or a short. From that, all you need to do now is go in and check your winning, your losing, scratches if you report scratches, as well as your stop out, your risk amount. My risk amount is $100. And it also, if I broke even, didn't make any money or lose money, then it will keep track of your break-even trades as well. Once you understand that, and it'll only take a day, and you'll be very familiar with whether that, I go back and look, it's a profit and a loss on a trade, it's a profit, so that's a winning trade. The next one is actually a scratch. The next one's a win. The next one's a loss. Actually, it's a stop out. It's $245, way over my risk amount. There's another stop out. There's a loss. Now we got a win. And another win. And another win. Once you have actually put that code in the column R, you just now move back over and use your second macro, post all dates. It will now run that macro and calculate your stats for the day. It'll put them up here in row 9. Today was February 23rd data. It was Thursday. I had 9 total trades. 5 were winning for $1,730. 1 scratch for 25. Total profit of $1,755 with an average win per trade of $292. I didn't have any break-evens, but I did have 1 loss for $62.50, as well as no scratches. But I did have 2 stop outs that cost me $345 for a total loss of $107.50 with an average loss per trade of $135.83. It's also determined my gross P&L, $1347.50, less all of my commissions for all my trades I did this day of $45.78, which tells me it's also 3% of my profit I spent in commissions, giving you a net for the day of $1301.72. As you continue putting trades into your analyzer, it will accumulate your profit and a loss, average your batting average for all your days, as well as your win-loss ratio for your days, and give you a percent return on your account balance. You'll also notice down at the bottom I had 3 trades left open for the day. It has dissected these trades and set them aside as open trades that you'll probably be closing in the next day or 2. That's really all there is to copying and pasting and using the analyzer. Now the next thing you could do is you can go over to the total sheet, and you're going to see your day's trades automatically posted to the total sheet. As you accumulate more trades for the week and the month, it will keep track of it, as well as your annual totals as you progress through the year. It takes all that row 9 data and simply moves it over to this sheet, giving you a tracking sheet as you progress. It gives you your daily totals, P&Ls, as well as your batting average for that day. It's only 1 day's of posting. And it also gives you your Sharpe ratio, or your win-loss ratio. Keeps track of your commissions and the percentage of your commissions against your profit and loss, as well as it goes down there and sorts out and tells you what day of the week is your most profitable for that month. That's all there is. You can go to your P&L, batting average, and Sharpe. We only got 1 day posted, so it's got it in here at this line. As you accumulate trading days, raw data, you will see an interesting trend for your gross profit and loss, your batting average, as well as your Sharpe ratio. I thank you for viewing this tutorial, and I hope you have a happy day trading. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at support@mytradeanalyzer.com. I thank you.